Hello and welcome to the DreamerJazz Show. If you were to try to give rock and roll another name, you might call it Chuck Berry. Tonight I'll be doing a cover of Rock and Roll Music, which is a song written by Chuck Berry and famously performed by the Beatles. But before we begin, guitar guy.
Huh? Yeah?
Hey, you got that new guitar I just got?
Oh yeah. You mean this one?
Cool. You want to bring it backstage so we'll have a closer look at it with our audience?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Alright, sounds good. I'll see you backstage. Now you might be able to tell I've got a new guitar to feature on tonight's show, which is the Rickenbacker 325. This is the guitar model that John Lennon famously used throughout the early years of the Beatles. I chose rock and roll music to be the first to feature it for a couple good reasons. One being, John Lennon absolutely loved Chuck Berry. Another reason being is within the title of the song itself. John Lennon was all about rock and roll music, and you could hear it on just about any Beatles record featuring John himself. Now, let's go ahead and head backstage and take a closer look at my new Rickenbacker 325, as well as the guitar that I've been using to do John's parts, which is an interesting guitar in and of itself. Well, come along. Here we go. The Rickenbacker 325, which appears to be camouflaged in the small guitar guy. Yeah, we don't want that thing to cry. There we go. Okay, at last. Our 1991 Rickenbacker 325. I absolutely love this guitar, and I'm happy with it, and it was worth every penny and all the hard work I put into it. Now, as you can see, it has a gorgeous green turquoise finish, which is quite rare for this guitar. Moving on, we have our golden pickguard, which is similar to John Lennon's Rickenbacker, along with our vintage-styled tone knobs. Moving on, we got our classic toaster top pickups and our Bixby bridge. And moving upward, we got our small-scaled neck, which was quite surprising when I first played it, but once you get used to it, this thing just absolutely rocks. So let's go ahead and tune into a guitar guy here for a little. Up next here, I have quite an interesting guitar. Here is the Washburn WI-14. What's interesting about this guitar is that this is the guitar I've been using to do John Lennon's early Beatle parts. It kind of has that Rickenbacker shape, and it just seemed to do the trick, so I said, hey, why not? Also, what's interesting is that this is the very first electric guitar that my dad helped me buy way back in 2008. I did a lot of my early guitar playing learning on it. And now that the guitar's aged a little bit with me, this thing plays. Just listen to Guitar Guy. Get ready to rock and roll.
Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock and roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. I got no kick against modern jazz. Unless you try to play it too darn fast. I lose the beauty of the melody until it sounded like a symphony. That's why I go for that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock and roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. I took my love on over across the tracks so she could hear my mind a wailing sax. I must admit they had a rockin' band. Man, they was going like a hurricane. South they had a jubilee. From Georgia folks they had a jamboree. They're drinking homebrew from a wooden cup. The folks are dancing and are all shook up and started playing that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it, it's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it, it's gotta be rock and roll music. If you wanna dance with me, if you wanna dance with me, don't care to hear them play a time.